Welcome to the Galactic Federation. You will not find this video if you are not ready for it. I just can promise you that. Because if this video somehow found you, or you accidentally clicked on it, or God just made you attracted, I have to say this: you are ready. Because this video is not a joke. It is not a joke. You are not a joke. Somewhere, somehow, you need a message. You need some light. And I know emotions can do a lot and make you do many different things. But at the core of your being, do you remember who you are? Inside your heart, do you know who you are meant to be and who you have been? Yes, God makes you see and experience, okay? The spectrum of emotions can make you feel so many different things. It is not meant to harm you. First of all, your emotions are not meant to harm you. Your emotions are actually meant to guide you, so you can find the real you behind those emotions. So yes, use your emotions for yourself, okay? You need them. You need them more than others, honestly. But others can benefit from your emotion. Okay? So imagine this. You get mad. You get so mad. But that hatred, that judgment is actually supposed to elevate you. You hear me right. That emotion that is behind the hatred is also, yes, supposed to elevate others. Other people may never understand your emotion, but the actions you take because of your emotions, that is pretty understandable. And I truly mean whatever you do with your emotions, you decide what you do with it. But do you let others also decide for you? It's healthy. I mean, You even let the supermarket decide what you eat, because if they don't have it, you cannot eat it. They have it, which is why you eat it. If they don't have it, would you even go there? Someone has what you want. Somebody else clearly wants to care for you by showing what they have for you. And it doesn't really always matter to you, but to others, others want what you have too. They want you, they need you, they have been waiting for you, and they need what you can deliver to them. And so because you are the only one that can ever deliver, it's been a long time coming, depending on how old you are. But even when you're not that old, you can been here before, long before you came into this body, reincarnating into this current body. Your presence, though, it is something different. Your presence, like you have something unique. You have a recipe only you know. You only know how to make your destiny come to life, because nobody else is going to do that for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the moment you say, I know God knows me, you allow the universe to guide your spirit to be exactly who you are and to do exactly what you are meant to be doing in this lifetime. Because everybody can try to do what you do. But God made you unique so that others can try and taste and use your recipe, okay? And because your recipe has to be fed to the people and others like any animal, those are made for you as well, because your recipe was made for them. And you know what it tastes like because you made it. You know the flavors inside of the ingredients that you have put in. You, as only you. Because you don't copy, you just remember ancient taste and flavor of what is divinely made by nature. But you You are no joke, like I said in the beginning. You are not a joke. You find things pretty funny, yes. But your life is not a joke. Your whole presence is not a joke. Your whole existence is not a joke. Because you have been preparing for this life. But you came here before. I know, because I just got chills. The moment you walked on the earth again, you knew I am big. You figured out that you was meant to be big, massive, influential, and effective to other people. That's why you feel so big in this big world, but you somehow feel still so small. Because the more silent your mind gets, the more bigger things you get to see, but also the more you observe the smaller parts of life within this universe around you. Because this planet was not made of salt only. Some sand actually has flavor. As I'm recording this, it is still electrifying out of my window, but this video that I made has many minutes in silence, radio silence. There was no lightning at some, specific moments, because God knew I had to film this. Because as I would speak, the lightning would just perfectly hit or not. Isn't it everything all at once or nothing, no one at all? It may be so. It may never be. But you are. And sometimes when people just are, they don't need permission to be what they are. Because they have been born like that. They have a purpose to be like that. They even have reasons, like many reasons, to be like that. To be exactly like that. And from a distance, you don't really see that. From afar, you can actually really see that. But the moment you close your eyes and look away, you don't get to see, you get to feel and know. But also, when you have permission, you have the grace to be who you are and do what you want. With the grace of God, with the nurture of God. And as you embrace who you are, you allow others to also give them the space that they need to be who they are with you, next to you, behind you, and in front of you, which at all times should be a blessing. And well, the curse with your presence already disappears, because you do listen to your inner light. And if your body tells you you are disgusted, and if your body tells you that you can release that, you are still allowed to hate. But do not let it fill you. And I mean, do not allow hate to fill you in. I mean, allow your hate to fill others so that they can actually benefit from your judgment. Do you understand? I know you do. I know you understand what I'm saying. The judgment that you have serves somebody, okay? Somebody is pretty understandable. And I mean, when you make a movie, you become it. You live it. You live in it, even though you're not the actress. If you take care of the lighting or the camera or the sound, you are in that movie. Your energy lives in that movie. Your stories live with that movie. But your presence matters most, because that is what the story of the movie creates. Because when you follow your heart, you don't really bother anybody in a bad sense. You bother because you matter. You are bothered because you care. As you matter, what you are bothered by is sometimes also what really matters. Because when you are bothered, you give others the time of day to see another night and go through that. Actually, you give them the glory. You give them the glory of God to be true to themselves and to not ever lie to you. Because of what you see, because of what you know, because of what you show, and because of what you do to yourself, to others, for yourself, for others. It's what you be, okay? You be it, that's why they can actually feel it. You are it, whatever God made you. You are that. You are that. And it's maybe just a desire. But what if I tell you, desires are not useless. Desires are your own trap. You cannot escape unless you don't need that desire. Because your wish really is God's command. So your choices are already set in stone but not made. Maybe already made by you. Maybe already made by God. Maybe never existed before, and now is the moment to do so, to decide so. Now. So do it. Do not stop before you are done, before you are finished, before you say, okay. Okay, God, I will. Okay, universe, give it to me. Okay, my own source of light. I allow. I allow myself to be who I am meant to be. And I allow myself to be released in whatever does not serve nobody. Because it is not meant to be served if I am meant to leave it or release it or let it the fuck go. Because if that is so, then that is my purpose, and I know I should honor my purpose and what is truly just is. So let it be. But if I tell you that your words really matter, you will understand that your thoughts, they carry weight on others, and others have your thought, even though they don't know it's not their own thought. They can realize it's another person's thought by picking up the telepathy or the feeling of the desire. It matters. It matters to God, because not all thoughts are holy, as you know, but some thoughts are actually meant to be heard. And you might see your own thoughts as a mystery or a secret or something you don't really understand. But listen, your thoughts, they hold weight, like I said. They hold magic. They hold intention. They hold influence. Like a lot more than you may realize. Because if you think of the future, you might not even realize that's already happening. Like that's already now. And if you saw a spaceship 2 minutes and 22 seconds ago, you was not wrong about that. I had to film it, but in reality, my sister catched it with her own eyes. But 2 minutes before that, before I ran up to her, I saw another spaceship when I was by myself. So I ran to her and I filmed this video. And then after that, I put my phone behind my window so that I could film the first 24 minutes before that. So you guys, I need you to understand. When I am speaking, I do not just talk. When I talk, I speak with purpose. That means I have intention to use my voice for someone else because my voice is not just for me. And as an artist, as a singer, a rapper of poetry, and a songwriter by heart, I know my voice is healing. And more so, not ever disturbing, but if it is disturbing, it is attacking something of, I want to say less value, but let's rather say a low vibrational energy, which can also have value. So when you feel all these emotions that we were talking about, they're not low value. They might just have high volume or low volume, but the value, you can make it high. Like you can make it high value when you feel angry, irritated, upset, because your judgment in that emotion matters. Your judgment in every emotion matters a lot more than you might judge. Because the more you do, the more you know. And the more you know, the more you can actually do with what you know. So as you say, God, show me what my feelings mean, like right now or tomorrow, or the feelings you had yesterday or a year ago. Try to understand them. It will be easier to give them a place in space, like anywhere. Like this lightning, it just takes up the space. It just fills the space with what it is, which is lightning. You can admire and enjoy it, or truly fear it. You should actually fear it. I mean, if you jump in the middle of it, you could actually die. But is dying really that bad? I mean, I don't know. Every time you die, you just transform because it is a rebirth of recreation, a new life, a new existence, something you have to be. I mean, no one else forces you really, but God is the force of the creation of your light, which is why you became you. Because God made you like that. And if you fight that, if you fight against your originality, your uniqueness, your blueprint, your recipe, your taste, your flavor, your mission in life, your role in the lives of others, your destiny may shift. And I don't mean that in a good way. Like, you should honor what you are because your voice matters. It was made for a reason, okay? Which is why you say, I am that I am. Because I know that I am for God's reasons. And God's reasons are specifics, detailed, but also holy and sacred, divine, godly, and just perfect for you. Even though you don't know what God is talking about yet, even though you don't know what God is doing with you yet, but it will come to find you. You will love it simply because you're meant to enjoy the process. But if you don't, others might suffer from your pain. Then it could and should be definitely a collective healing. Red is out.